What's up? I am here for another little Kajabi tutorial, and today I'm going to show you how to set up a contact form on a contact page for your website. So let me go ahead and share screens, and then I will show you how it's done. So I'm going to be using my Kajabi partner site for this because it'll show up pretty much how your system should show up when you first starting. And yeah, so the first thing that you are going to need to do is go over to this marketing tab, open that up and click on forms. The next thing you're going to need to do is create a new form, and we'll call this uh, contact page form. And they recommend using this double opt-in so that people don't have to send, get the email and then go back and forth to confirm. So I usually go for that. I am going to set this form to send a notification to my team so that I'll immediately get notified whenever somebody enters something into this form. And then I'll just add the email address, that I want them to use for that. And you can also use these features, send a contact to a third-party email provider. So if you still use something like MailChimp or something like that, you can hook all of that up here as well. And you can also set up a special thank you page, which is kind of a whole other thing to create. You'd have to create the thank you page, or you can use their default page, but let me know if you want to know about that. Otherwise, I think it'll just show them kind of a default thank you after they've submitted the form. And again, you can do more customization. You could set up a special email to go with this form or another page. So I'm going to keep this simple. They always include name and email address as part of a form because that's how you can respond to that person and keep touch with them. I'm going to add one more or maybe more just to show you all the options. So as you can see, you can ask for quite a few different things here, but you can also create a new one for yourself. So I'm just going to say, what's your question? Um, and yeah, so you can change these too. So it could be like almost like a poll type of thing where you could just ask for information about the person, or, get their feedback on something on your site. There's any number of infinite possibilities what you could be getting, but I'm just going to do a basic text area for this, and I'm going to make it required just because I don't want people just submitting their email address. It's not a subscribe form. This is really the contact form. So I'll put the text area there, and then they will be able to fill that in. So when they reach out to contact me, they'll have a place where they can share something about themselves. So that is it for creating the form. Just And then you also can create additional automations here. So when the form is submitted, you could go ahead and subscribe them to an email sequence if you have set up some kind of marketing email that you want any new people to get locked into. If this was a contact form, you could put something on there and say, submit your question and I'll send you my free workbook on whatever. So you could then grant an offer to them. Same kind of things, all these. If you have like a special event coming up, you could automatically register them. Also, in terms of your contacts information, you could add a tag. So if you wanted to say like submitted a question or something, you know, you can add tags. Obviously, you can send them emails, give them coupons, and send a certificate. This is, I think, like certificates of completion of different things, but lots of options. It's already going to email you. So otherwise, that's the only other automation that you might like to have. But that we did up here. So your form is ready to go. Just going to save this. And right here, this little eye, you can also preview it. So it'll show you, this is the default kind of settings for it. Join the newsletter, subscribe to get our latest content. So you can go and edit that as well. Let's just go back and say, okay, so if you want to change that, we're just going to click on this embed code. And so this is where you would grab the code if you were going to just put this onto any other page, but we're not going to use that for this scenario because we're going to be creating the contact page. But down here is where you can see and edit what's going to say above your form. So in this case, I'm just going to say contact me. Submit your name, email, and your question below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Okay, and then I would just change this to submit. Why not? And you can change all like your branding, coloring and stuff. I'll go purple, why not? And yeah, so this again, if you were going to be embedding it into a page, you could edit this where it either just shows up on the page itself or it will like pop up when the person gets to that page. But we're just going to leave it in line and save that. And now we are ready to use our form. So from here, we're going to go to our website tab over here. We'll open that up and we'll just go to website pages. So when you first get your account, you know, there's a lot of these static pages that are just already created as part of your Kajabi website. And then you can choose whether or not to use them. So one of those, excuse me, static website pages is a contact page. So if you just scroll down here, you will see it already exists. And you could, you know, go through and create your own page if you just don't really like this page that comes with your form, or, you know, if you had something different in mind. But this is the basic one that will come with it, depending on which theme you have. So, you know, you're going to want to go in and edit all of this. You can change these background imagery and all the text and all the things. And right here is the sweet spot. This is where we're going to insert the form that we created. So I'm just going to click edit on this box. I'm going to select my form. And that was the one we created, was called the contact page form. So I'm going to put that in there, and I'm going to leave this thank you page. But that's something I can show you how to do as well if you want to learn how to set up a really simple thank you page. You can do that. Just let me know. And I'm just going to leave the rest of this as is and not get too lost in the details here, but you can see it's already populated my form. So it'll ask for their name, email, and their question. And then when they click send message, that's when it will trigger an email directly to me, which I'll be able to respond to, and they'll also be added to my contacts. So I'm just going to go ahead and save this page. And then we can preview it just to see this is more of what people will actually see. Updated and complete. And you can even test it out, go ahead and send yourself a message to make sure it works. But that's pretty much the gist of it. So I hope that's helpful and I hope it makes sense. But please let me know if you have any questions or if anything was unclear. And yeah, if there's anything else you'd like me to show you how to do, just let me know. Bye.